What's up, YouTube? It's your boy NextGenNero back with another review, man, and kind of just like an overall topic discussion video, man. Today we talking about none other than the one and only Helldivers 2, and why it has become one of my favorite games this generation. Definitely by far my favorite multiplayer, co-op PvE video game in a very long time, man. I just think this game does so many things right. I feel like this game is the true definition of a live service game. And by that I mean, like, the game actually feel like it's alive. The community feel like it's living as well. With having these major orders always changing, just the overall sense of the community is really what made me want to make this video, man. And I just feel like in its current state, Helldivers 2 probably have one of the best communities I've experienced in a video game. From the moment I fired this game up and I bought my PS5 Pro, and I was just new to the game. I didn't really know anything. I would load up, and no matter if it was a dude level 16, level 60, level 100, level 150, it was just always some dope people on the other end of my squad that just was willing to teach me, willing to learn with me, willing to be patient, willing to let me, maybe drop an accidental grenade or shatter gem and blow myself up and blow the team up in the process. But it was always in the name of democracy. It was always in the name of democracy, for freedom, for Super Earth, man. And it's just such a fun experience that I can just not recommend to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, any chance I get to recommend this game, I will. I think the biggest thing that caught me off guard with this game when I first purchased it and played it for the first time was definitely the price tag. And I think this is why we need more games like Helldivers 2. When you have games like a Mario Kart game, no offense to the Nintendo homies and the Nintendo, gamers around here, but let's be honest, those games is cool, but $100 a pop, to each their own, but not even just Nintendo. You got Microsoft, you got Sony was one of the first of the big three to follow that $70 price tag, and we'll see if the games go up higher even now, thanks to Nintendo being, dickheads. But I say all that to say that the price to these games is not really correlating to us gamers as far as like what we're getting. And I would go as far to say even the price it takes to develop a lot of these games. These developers are spending 100 million here, 200 million here, thousands and thousands of devs on these games, and then you get them in front of you and you getting shit like a Watchdog Legions. You know what I'm saying? You getting something like a Concord, you getting something like a Redfall. You getting games like this. Then you turn around and on the opposite end of the spectrum, you have games like Hellblade for $50, a really dope experience. I call that more of an experience in a video game. It's just something you got to play and experience yourself. That's my opinion. You get something like a South at Midnight. I think that's a really dope game for the price. But then you get something that's just so perfect, just so rare and unique. And you get something like a Helldivers 2 for $40. Even the way they do the war bonds in this game is very just consumer friendly. You can actually find and earn in-game currency that you can buy. You can find those in the game. It might not be a lot, but if you play the game religiously, like people do with other free-to-play games, you can probably get enough over the time to get an outfit out of this superstore, or even potentially buy an entire war bond. I think every single war bond, and just a FYI, guys, I'm coming into this late. I got this, like I said, the end of last year, October going into November, so it was already a handful of war bonds out. But even just the war bonds they've added since I've been here, it's just like it's always something in there that I want. It's always some dope cosmetics, and I'm speaking from like a newer guy to the game and to the series as a whole. I know a lot of people that know life this game probably have complaints, especially when they maxed out all the war bonds and stuff like that, and they doing these major orders and getting nothing from it because they got their 250 war medals saved up. So from that perspective, I can't speak from that, guys. I'm really only speaking from the aspect of just somebody new coming here and just experience this game, and I'm like, holy smoke. So I just wanted to like touch on the foundation of the game, of what it is. Even the upgrading your ship aspect, the armors, the war bond, all of that is dope. The community is by far my highlight, but just the game as a whole is really good. Really, really good, yo. It's just gorgeous. Like, just look at this in the background, whether you're fighting bugs, bots, or the Illuminate. It's just always an absolute blast, yo. I enjoy having a car as a stratagem, bringing that down once I hit level 25, letting my homeboy drive that around. It's just, you know, the mech suits recently got a big buff, making the cooldown for them a 30% less cooldown. So it's like, even just from the short time I've been here, the game has been improving. You know, from the short time I've been here, a certain side objective mission where you got to load up those little missiles into the thing, you can now sprint with those. You know, and the way they, you know, incorporate buffs and upgrades to the game, and sometimes like through the major orders and stuff, is just really, really dope. And that's what I mean by live service game. I feel the need to get on every day, do my dailies, get my 15 war medals for the day, make sure I contribute and do my part for democracy and for Super Earth and for the entire galaxy. Just load up, do what I can do, even if it's just not even a long session, you know, load in, help people out. Like I said, I love being able to load in on other people's missions as well. I never got booted, never ran into any trolls, 70 hours into the game, never ran into like no real negative shit. You know, every now and again I might accidentally get hit by a teammate, hit him back, we start a little boxing match, but it don't never go as far as that, man. It's just an absolutely fun game, man. And on the PS5 Pro, I don't really notice too many drops, but I did have a drop or two in frames here or there when so many goddamn explosions and stratagems is going off. So I see a lot of people saying they don't have like the best performance right now, whether it's on PC, P5, or the Pro. Hopefully an official Pro patch do come down the line. Right now it's a bug where if you switch to the quality mode and back to the performance mode, to go from 1080p 60 to 1440p 60. Digital Foundry touched on it, so hopefully they just add PSSR or try to implement that soon. But for what this engine is, and you know, it's a little dated for what they're doing, man, it's nothing short of amazing, yo. Arrowhead has became some of my most like loved and respectable devs. Like I said, it's just something hit different about buying a game for 40 bucks and then it's not just consistently having your pockets just fucked over and over again. And this is why, you know, off topic, I'm not mad about an upcoming game like Marathon being 40 or 50 bucks, because I feel like a lot of these games use that free-to-play moniker bullshit as an excuse to be like super greedy to us gamers. And since the game is free, a lot of us overlook it. Marvel Rivals is a really dope game. They're extremely egregious with their skins. Apex Legends is, you know, if you've been around from the channel day one, man, and for those who have, shout out to you. The first video I ever put on the channel, guys, was Apex Legends. I love that game, near and dear to my heart. It's the reason I became a content creator today, but they're fucking greedy as shit, dude. $25, $30 a skin, that shit is just not cool. Halo Infinite, free to play, giving shit we never asked for, fucking cat ears and $20 skins there as well. Nobody asked for any of this shit. Nobody asked for these games to be free to play either. You know, they copying the Fortnite moniker, and it's just not gonna work out all the time. So when a game do, you know, charge 40 bucks and it's just so much great content there free day one, you're more intrigued to spend bucks and support these devs. Like if it's an armor in a super store or like a war bond that I don't have, I have no problem spending a little money here, whether it's 10, 15, 5 here and there. It's because these devs just put the work and love and passion into this game, and the community does as well. So it provides a fresh, just positive ecosystem where you want to spend money and you want to support the game. So I just wanted to speak on this game, man. I think it's a masterpiece. I think we need more like this. Helldivers is doing for me to PlayStation what Halo did for me to Xbox. And if you know, then you know. Halo is one of my favorite games on Xbox, and it's one of the reasons why I still keep Xbox around to this day. One of the real huge reasons. And for the franchise to be in kind of limbo right now, it's kind of frustrating, but that's another topic for a different video. But as far as Helldivers, man, they absolutely nailed this game. PlayStation got them one. It's just dope, man. Whether you're on PC, PlayStation, I highly recommend it. I do think it would be dope if they put this game everywhere, but I also think, you know, having an identity and having a few exclusives to make you go buy a certain platform is important as well. So from both sides of the fence, I understand, but I just wanted to make this video, man, and just give a little bit of love to Helldivers, a little bit of support, a little bit of just positivity to the community, man. It's just so awesome, yo. Add me on PSN, Jxymarley, so we can, you know, Go fight for democracy, man. Fuck them bugs, fuck them bots, fuck the Illuminate, Helldivers, Super Earth for life. I'm out. Peace.